I traveled 1,500 miles and bought an incredibly expensive ticket on StubHub just to see Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. Today is finally the day after months of waiting, and I'm on my way to meet up with my friends so we can drive to Tampa together. We made it to Tampa! Woo! We arrived at the stadium well in advance so we wouldn't feel rushed and would have a chance to stand in the incredibly long merch line. Here's the t-shirt I bought. I just loved walking around and seeing everyone's super elaborate costumes until it was finally time for Gracie Abrams to take the stage.
It really is the honor of my lifetime to welcome you to the Eras Tour tonight. It's pretty crazy when you think about the fact that very soon we will all be watching Taylor Swift.
I'm going to be showing short clips of all the performances, including Taylor's, but since I don't want to get another copyright strike, there will be no original sound except for the speeches, and thankfully there were a lot of those. Forget all your troubles. If you know, you know.
Phenomenal. And the way you were just screaming and making a big deal, being all welcoming, what you were doing here, there, as well as here, also here, right there, right, also. You know, it's making me feel powerful. Making me feel like I'm about to headline my third sold-out show in a row in this stadium. Is you're making me feel like I'm the man.
Cover me in colors I can only see with you. I'd be better with another, but I always pick you. I try my best to fight it, can't deny it. Touches diamonds, and you're probably the reason that I'm so messed up too. I can't stop it, it's ugly but honest. Got me tripping for the way you say my name, say my name, say my name. Could count the ways you drive me so insane, but when you call I still fall back into your game. Play the game, play the game. Wrong can still be right. People wanna tell me all the time that someday my prince will come, but Working my way through crowded thoughts. Sometimes it's hard to get out of it. Broke my heart in the dark. I was just trying to feel something, falling asleep to the sound of it. Always used to let you clean up the messes. Down on my knees, thought I couldn't stand up on my own. Turns out sometimes you're strong.
So we are currently in the middle of the Evermore era. So when I was writing Evermore, it was the second album that I made in the pandemic, and it was still, during a period of time when, we didn't know what the future of live music was. It was all very up in the air, and so I was just making music, trying not to think about those really scary questions, because I do need you guys very much. So I would try not to think about how scary that was, the idea that we didn't know when I was gonna get to hang out with you again like this. And but there was one song that when I wrote it, I was just like so obsessed with the idea of playing it in a stadium with you and hearing you sing it with me. So let's sing Champagne Problem.
Bringing out the fight, yeah, bring on all the lightning. 'Cause I'm looking for a hero. Look inside the mirror, I find one. Oh, carry the hurt when it gets too hard. Pick it up, dust it off. When I fall down 11, I get up 12. Don't need nobody else. Yeah, I can save myself. Carefree from my worries. Swear that happy is growing on trees. Chasing cheap thrills, out for the kill. Leaving gold footsteps around me. Colors and lines make me tie-dye. Higher than heaven, I'm in the sky. Call me top shelf, carry myself too well. I'm walking around the stairway straight to all my better days. Looking through rose-colored glasses at all my mistakes. Breaking through the ceiling, unfazed. Baby, watch me come alive, come alive. Strike like lightning in my lungs, can't fight it. My love is like a drug, I got fire dancing in my eyes, so bright. Can't help the way I light up every time I strike. Runway, glitter and shades, winning the game every time I play. Misery's gone, heart is turned on, neon. I'm twisting around the stairway straight to all my better days. Looking through rose-colored glasses at all my mistakes. Breaking through the ceiling, unfazed. Baby, watch me come alive, come alive.
And the Red Album was, God, it was just such an important album in my life because I just felt like I was all over the place, I was writing about extreme, intense heartbreak, and then just carefree frivolity and fun, and one second you're feeling this extreme end of the emotional spectrum, the next second you're feeling the other end of the extreme emotional spectrum. And I think, life is always a little bit like that, if you're me, but mostly it was like that when I was 21 and 22 years old and writing the Red Album. And I think that extreme variety of emotion also presented itself in extreme experimentation and curiosity when it came to genre, when it came to working with different collaborators, with trying to grow, trying to learn, trying to evolve. And I'll never ever be able to thank you enough, because you were the people that granted me the freedom to be able to evolve as an artist as I was experiencing all of this. And there was a song on the album that was never a single, it never had a video, but it was my favorite, and somehow it became your favorite too. And so I'd like to play one more song from the Red album if you happen to have 10 minutes to spare.
Are there still beautiful things? Sweet tea in the summer. Cross your heart won't tell no other. And though I can't recall your face, I've still got love for you.
I got up for the letdown, watching you just let my love go hit the ground.
Inside an actual visual representation of what my pandemic fantasy looked like. Because basically this was the first album that I made when everything about the world as we knew it changed, and all of us had to figure out different methods of escapism. And mine was writing this album. I started writing this album about 2 days into the pandemic. I just in my head, I just created this aesthetic sort of fantasy dream world where, in this dream world, this was the cabin where I lived, and it was in the middle of the woods, and there was a babbling brook in front of it, and I was like this, I wasn't a millennial woman who, had cat hair all over her and was somehow watching 76 hours of television a day, wiping her groceries down with hand sanitizer. I was, in my fantasy, I was like this sort of pioneer woman in a Victorian nightgown, wandering the woods barefoot, collecting feathers, and writing poetry with a quill on a piece of parchment. And that's kind of the motif for Folklore. But basically, this was the first album where I decided, I'm gonna tell stories about characters that, I'm gonna infuse my emotions into these characters, let's be honest. But basically, these characters represent this world of narrative storytelling that I've never really gotten to embrace before because I hadn't tried it. And so with Folklore, there were character arcs. There was a teenage love triangle featuring this teenage boy named James and his school gossip named Les and the love of his life named Betty.
My heart was the only sound in my bedroom. In my head, you weren't gone. I found pieces that you left, parts of you I didn't even know I had. So I put them on the shelf in my bedroom. In my head, you weren't wrong. I spent every night chasing after highs, needed more. I needed more. Every set of eyes cut through like a knife. They were yours, and I needed yours. So I dream, yeah, I dream, yeah, I dream about you, and I feel ya in every room. I already know better. 24K got nothing on me. Make you want it forever. Try to play a game, but you don't play for keeps. Messing with a girl from the east side, yeah. Kinda love you, wanna build your dreams on, yeah. But I already know better. I'm a go-getter, and I got me, I'm good. I'm head over shoes on hardwood. For me, you know I wrote the book. I'm moving along from somebody wrong, so go ahead, tell me all the ways you miss it, how you want me back in your bed. But I'm not around for hearing you out. I gave you too much honestly, and you closed the door.
Fantastic. You guys are really, really blowing my mind tonight. I love you so much. You are singing so loud. You are just thrashing around, hurling your bodies. It's really it's more than dancing, what you're doing, there's like a lot happening, and I don't want you to think I don't notice it, because you guys have these light up bracelets on, I can see everything that's happening. And you're doing the most, which is the only amount that I really have respect for. So, you know, this is the acoustic section. This is also like just a great hair transformation for me. Just really doing well with the humidity. I don't care though, I'm having so much fun. So, what I was gonna say is that I have a really, really, really wonderful, incredible person in my life who I've been making music with since Folklore. And he is so talented and kind and has become such a great friend. And we are so lucky because Aaron Dessner is here. We wrote this song. Do you want to say hi? Oh, this is better. Oh my god, you just do so much shit with Grammys. That's crazy. That's so crazy what you just did. You're gonna so cancel? What's gonna happen to you now? No, he's just telling you he loves you. So basically when we were writing Folklore, we wrote this song that I really love because it allowed me to get a lot off my chest. And now we're gonna sing it for you, because who doesn't love a mad woman? It's deafening. It is so loud. And that makes it so fun for us on stage, like all of us. It just makes it a blast. And so I was thinking, like, I want to sing something that maybe you might know and you might sing along with really loudly. Just thought that would be nice, which is the opposite of mean.
Yeah, I already know better. 24K got nothing on me. Make you want it forever. Tryna play a game, but you don't play for keeps. Messing with a girl from the east side, yeah. And I love you, wanna build your dreams on, yeah. But I already know better. I'm a go-getter, and I got me on my own, and I don't waste any time chasing a ghost who don't try. I'm top of the shelf, but you helped yourself to somebody else. It's too late. Don't really care about all of your mistakes. You were out of your league in the first place.